guys, it's Theresa here of Larkin Design, and welcome to December 1 and welcome to December Daily. And so if you are starting today, I'm so excited. Yay! I'm so happy that everybody else is jumping in, and my Instagram feed has been stashed full of awesome December 1 layouts, and so it makes me so excited to see everybody joining in. I love this project so much, and I love what I've already been able to accomplish in my album, and so I'm ready to dive into December and keep moving forward on this. That being said, when I created my album, if you remember, back in October and November, I originally was going to start on December 1, and then I went and added these days in front of December 1, and so that left this side here of a couple of pockets that they can belong with day 1 or they don't have to. And what I thought in my illusions that I am Superwoman, I thought that I would decorate the house before the 1st and put the photos from the house in here. And at 11 o'clock last night, when I had pulled out all the garlands and had pulled out all the lights and had realized that all the lights are like halfway burnt out, and I looked around the living room and it looks like garland and string lights threw up in there, and I lost it. I had my meltdown. I knew it was coming, and I just sort of had to put everything away. Well, I didn't really put everything away. I just had to like walk away from it and say, okay, this is stopping you now, but don't park here. And so what I decided I would do today, because clearly I don't have the house completely decorated, and it's going to take me a few more days, and I'm trying to do it by myself, and so I just, like, in the interest of being kind to myself, I'm going to leave this side blank right now. I am going to do this side. I got up this morning and I said, okay, I can get this part done. So I did that part, and I can certainly do my journaling today, just in the spirit of keeping on going. And I think that day 4 and day 5 in this project are kind of critical points, because you are starting to see how your December is going and what your schedule looks like in December, and we become a little bit more realistic about what we can actually accomplish in the days. And so if you're just starting out today or yesterday, then you're still in that, I'm going to do all of this. And that's awesome. Go with that energy and go with that push. And then when it starts to taper off and you start to get into the month and you start to get into the album, give yourself that grace to say, okay, these pockets are sort of overwhelming me today, but I can do just one, so I'm going to do just one, and then keep going, and I can come back when I have a fresh outlook on this page, and I can do it justice then, and I can still love my project without stopping and parking in that feeling of overwhelm. So that's my takeaway for today. Give yourself some grace to leave a pocket empty and come back to it later on, if in a week, next year. That's okay too. I'll probably come back to this probably sometime next week and finish those out. So, but today is really going to be really quick. I have just a simple photo. This is actually my a couple of my December albums that I decided I wanted to leave out on display this month. And so you can see I have, this is last year's 2015. and then 2014 here, 2013. This was 2010, and that one is '08. I think I shared some of that yesterday. So yeah, I just wanted to pull some of them out. I think there's 3 that I didn't put out, and then obviously the one I'm working in right now. Yeah. So, and that's okay, but you know, if you're wondering how can I leave these out? I know some people do some really pretty baskets, and I love seeing that too. You know, but do put them out and have them where everybody can look at them and be inspired to check them out, to pull them out and remember. I think that that's important. So I want to do my journaling here, and I sort of grabbed some pens because I want lines to journal on. I'm looking at this white space going, that's a lot of white space for me to try to be straight on. And so I was just playing around with some thin lines. I have this Sharpie paint marker, and it's the kind of thing you have to shake it, and then you press it down to start the ink, and there it starts, just like that. And it makes that thin line. And then I have this thicker Sharpie. I guess they call it this one usually they have a F or a B or something, fine or bold. I don't know. It makes thicker lines. It made those lines. So that's not bad, but then I always try with my regular pen that I'm going to actually do the journaling with. I always just write a few lines so that I can see how the line weights work together. And I think for the purposes of this, I'm going to use the little paint pen. I like that it's sort of faint and not really, doesn't really stand out a lot. It almost sort of fades into the background, but it gives me just enough of a line to be able to see what I'm writing on. And then I also, because this isn't really a letter, so I'm gonna put a couple of these word strips over top of it, and I think it'll add a little fun color here too. I'm not sure exactly like how I'm gonna lay these on here. Can you see that? Okay. There, let me help you guys see it. I'm excited because today is finally December, and so I can use my December things that say December. Yay! Holiday Magic, Hello Santa, Merry and Bright, Merry Everything, Around Here. That's a good one. Around Here is a good one. Okay. But it's not very long. See, I think I'm gonna layer this on top here just a little bit so they sort of connect. And then just one more. Be merry. Sure. Okay. Make sure that lines up with the other ones. They're probably all going downhill. Okay. But I'm not going to stress super hard about it. Let me put that away. And then put that away. I'm going to do my lines. Actually, I need that back. I need that back because I want to make sure that it's flowing. Yeah, that's good. Before I start. So let me put my pens away, and then I'll read to you what I wrote is, I am so ready for the lights and the tinsel, but I am having to pace myself. A little at a time, the house will come together. I love decorating and pulling all my pretty things out. I love freshening up the living spaces, and most of all, I love the lights. Little by little, we will get there. Mary, Mary. Okay? And I don't think I need that today. Well, maybe. I'll leave it back there just in case. Alright. So that's day 1 for now. And you guys, thanks so much for watching. I just wanted to say that so many people have been leaving comments, and I just appreciate every comment and love every word that you guys have said, encouraging me. I'm so glad that you guys are liking my album and that you're feeling inspired. My favorite things are hearing from you guys that you're inspired to do December Daily, and that you're inspired to create your own albums and your own pages. That just makes me so happy, and I think that it's so awesome that we're living some really awesome memories, and I think it's even better that we're taking the time to document them. So I'm just happy that you're on this journey with me, and I wish you a very, very Merry December, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.